All right, Bobcat fans, welcome back to another segment of In the Halls with Miss Sharmeca Harris. Welcome.
Thank you.
Ms. Harris is the principal at DAEP, is that correct?
Yes, and also District Truancy Officer for Hallsville.
Okay. So what all does that kind of entail? How do you, it sounds like you do a lot of support for our students that might need some reminding why they need to be here.
Reminding, is that,
Reminding.
is that the way of saying
That's
it?
the general way of saying
Sure,
it.
a little nudge.
So what does that look like in your position?
Sure. Well, on the DAEP side, it's just supporting those students who have kind of found themselves in a situation. And
Strayed a little bit.
Yep, just a little bit. And so they find themselves in an alternative location, which is now my campus. And so just want to support them as best as we can when they come and see us.
Strayed a little bit.
Yes, and then on the district truancy side, that is really just supporting the campuses when they have students who unfortunately are not coming to school regularly and have found themselves in those missed days of 10 or more. And so then we kind of have to intervene and possibly go to court, those type things.
Me with Judge Greer over
Me
there.
with Judge
Yep,
Greer,
yep.
absolutely. Yes, he's my buddy now.
He's a great friend to have. So.
Yes.
So do you still go to people's houses as a truancy officer?
Oh my goodness, we do. Yes, Officer Justin Clark and he is my chauffeur, and so we do. Once we get those court summons, I have to go knock on doors and deliver them.
Lord.
Yes.
I know back in my day, I know it's been a day or five back in there.
10,
Mr.
yeah.
Stevens was the truancy officer. And he may or may not have caught me fishing once or twice. Do you get in trouble for fishing, or just, instead of coming to school?
Well, yeah.
See, I
You don't
almost
have a
call it
legitimate
justifiable,
excuse
but
as to why you missed and you fish a little too much and miss school. Then yes.
I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know that was really a thing. Fishing too much, and missing fishing. It should be a legitimate reason to miss school.
I mean, now we got a
Sure,
fishing team, so you'd think it would be.
Exactly.
Right.
So, Ms. Harris, is it how long have you been in the position of DAEP?
So this is second year here at Hallsville serving in those two positions.
How did you get talked into being the? And again, your campus that the young people have strayed, and it's you're having to. I don't know.
Well, they do send them back to. I had a few stray, and they send them back to me once they straighten them out.
Is that
Absolutely.
hard
We
to deal with the
try.
ones that strayed the entire time?
Not really. What I have found is once they get on our campus, we really try and provide an intervention almost for them, and try and do a little bit of redirection so that when they do come back to you, they may have strayed a little bit, but they've been straightened a bit. And it won't always be perfect. We're all growing from our mistakes. But one of my goals I always tell them is that you to be a little bit better from the time you arrive to the time that you leave. So it's all about growth.
I do believe y'all do that. I'm looking at you. Welcome back. I do think y'all have done that. Had some students leave and come back, new people. So I really appreciate
Great.
that.
I always love to hear that. And like I say, it's a work in progress. We all are. So I just tell them, look, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make them again. Just try not to make this same one again because you know the consequence now that it leads to. So
what do you do over there in the DAEP realm? I don't know, program wise. I mean, what is a structured day for the young people over there?
Well, structured day, I'd really tell them, upon their intake, they do have to sit down with me, parent and student, and we go through the intake of what it will look like once they're there with us. And basically, you come in, the difference is you do have to wear a uniform. When you come to DAEP.
I like that.
Yes, you do have to wear a uniform. But beyond that, I tell them, look, you are in an alternative location, but this is still school. And we're going to try to do school as much as possible. Now, the curriculum is different because they do work on a computer, in a program. And so that part is kind of taken away. But they're in a classroom pretty much all day. But we do provide physical activity breaks so that they can get up and move around. But it's designed to be that way. But believe it or not, a lot of students appreciate it after a while. They appreciate the quiet and just kind of being able to be to themselves in a way to kind of do that regrouping.
And sometimes you just kind of need that, get inside yourself and think about what the mistakes that you've made. And so let's talk about some fun stuff. we just talked about you have a son in the 5th grade.
Yes.
He's doing the soccer now.
He is all about soccer right now. It was hard for us to hear that he wants to take a break from basketball. Dad's basketball coach. We love basketball, but he wants to take a break from it. So we had to be good parents and support it.
I want to know, when it comes to parenting, who's the one that yells the most from the stands? That's
Oh gosh, from the stands. You know what? We are both pretty quiet. I mean, he'll get it afterwards for sure. He'll get lectured all the way home, but we are pretty supportive and quiet, not to rattle him too much while he's on the field.
So I see you at the basketball games on every at the home games. Is it difficult to watch Coach down there? And you've been around basketball forever.
Yes.
I know with married to a coach, you know the game.
Absolutely.
Do you ever get in the car or wait till you get to home and say, why in the world did you run that play? Or what in the world are you thinking out there?
Oh, believe it, he gets it for sure. I am his unofficial assistant. Yep. From behind the scenes for sure.
You don't need a film. You just help him out.
For sure. I told him though that we're gonna have to get him a smartwatch so that I can text him and he doesn't have to whip out his phone, just look at his watch so that I can, let him know
really
what
be calling the
I
plays.
This is a good idea, right? We brainstormed. Have you seen the little earpieces that they put in now, like the quarterbacks?
Oh, that's even better. Yep.
So you could be up there telling him, what in the world are you
Yep.
doing?
This
Right
is
there in
what
his
I
ear.
see. And
Live
Put
time.
it in his ear right there. And do you think that he could coach and think about listening to you at the same
Absolutely
time?
not. No, he would not. He doesn't even look up there at me too much because he can tell what I'm thinking by looking at my face.
And again, Friday night was the first time I'd ever seen him yell, and that's just out of his character.
Yes.
Do you ever yell down there at him at
Something
all?
to say, no, not at him, but you should have looked up at me at that point, 6 seconds when that happened. My throat was burning at the end because I was,
I'm looking over here in our corner where we was at. Coach Farrell and Mr. Farrell was over there trying. She ain't sit down the whole entire ball game. She's yelling at everybody. We got to this defense. We're not doing over here. And I'm hearing and I'm just laughing because I not having a kid on the field. I'm just a Bobcat. I'm watching. I'm listening to the parents, and it's kind of fun to watch everybody else with all tense and all wound up. I wish I'd have seen you over there.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I jumped up there at the end. It was something.
And do you yell at the referees at the?
That's who I was yelling at.
I mean, at other ball games too.
I wish I had
not
seen
as
this.
much.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets both Harrises up, it had been
Absolutely.
good.
Seriously,
It was a great game right there. Well, Miss
It
Harris,
was.
I can't say enough nice things about your husband. I love the guy. Thank you for what you do over there at the DAEP. I know it's not a thankful job because you're with the ones that have strayed a little bit.
Sure.
And it's harder for you, but we do appreciate everything you do over there. And I hate that they still go to people's houses for truancy. Why do we keep doing that?
Well, they had to
go fishing.
They had to go fishing hole for you, right?
So we have to find him at the pond, at the lake.
Or yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Bobcat fans, that was another segment with Miss Harris. Thank you for coming on. I want to continue to thank Bubs 33 and Roof Masters. Y'all have a good evening.